Hello, and welcome to yet another episode of Making Stuff with Mike. Today, we're going to make a functioning art piece. This is soon to be the festival season, and I'm going to go to Bornhack, and I have long been thinking about making some kind of personalized cooling device. So I'm gonna take this hat and add a fan to it, and maybe make it look pretty. So first step is that I'm gonna need a 3D scan of this hat, and I already put on a lot of these small dots on it, which is needed for my 3D scanner to work. Let's get moving! And now I got this pretty scan on my computer of my hard hat. I think that's pretty cool. And actually it also scanned it with texture. How awesome is this? And no, this is not going to be a tutorial. To be honest, this was my first time using this new scanner and the Creality Scan software. And it's also the first time I used something called Mesh Mixer to repair the scan because it wasn't totally complete. And I know that I did some things wrong, and I will probably improve that in the future. But right now, I'm just gonna go with it and let this be my first kind of project. So the plan is, and I wanna build a chimney. I wanna build a chimney on top of this and fit a 120mm Noctua fan to it, and add some kind of power bank. This is a 500 amp hours, 500 milliamp hour battery. And compared to this other wireless fan that I use around the office, this is 4,000. So this has a little bit more current in it, and this gives me about 6 hours of battery life on full setting. So if I can get like 6 hours out of this, I would need to change this one about 2 or 3 times a day. That's perfect. I can have two charging. I have one charging, one in my pocket and one in the hat, and I will be able to always have cool air to my hat. So chimney here, fan here, drill some holes here, hat on top of hat, and power buttons on back. And if I get all that to work, I might start doing some shining up. I don't know if I should go steampunk or if I should just keep the Men at Work theme and maybe add some siren lights to it. Could also use a rainbow to show my my other side, you know. And I could add all sorts of stickers from the events I attended to and will attend in the future. I don't know. I'm gonna think about that. But first step is to to model and then 3D print the chimney, and then add some power to it, and then do a test. The first challenge is how do I actually get so I can design 3D printed stuff when I work with geometry. Like I can print a shape with so and so dimensions, but making something fit this weird thing, I haven't tried that before. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do right now. And I'm gonna take the 3D scanner I just made, and then I'm gonna design a chimney in OpenSCAD, and then I'm gonna add the scan of the hat to it and subtract it, and in that way hopefully make a shape on the bottom of my chimney that will fit this one perfectly. Let's see how that goes. So this is what I came up with so far. This is just a square box. Inside I have some mounting holes for a PCB that I want to use if I get to the point where I'm adding lights to it. This is supposed to be screw holes for mounting it to the helmet. And this is 2 holes to add some switches that will be able to turn off the light and the heating or the fanning, the colding, whatever. And then I am gonna add the fan. No, I'm gonna add the hat. I actually already did that, but I'm gonna show you how it works out. And for some reason, working with these scanned models, oh well, actually it's not for some reason, I know exactly why. That's because I have millions of squares, no not squares, triangles in this scan instead of a simple geometry, so it's really heavy for OpenSCAD to work with it. That's also why I'm not able to rotate the image after I generated it. So have a look here. I'm really excited to try to print this and see what happens. Like doing the preview here like took 15 seconds. I'm gonna render it and show you the rendered version, but that takes like 5 minutes. So I'm gonna pause the video for that and get back to you once this thing is done rendering. And now after rendering, we can rotate it and look at these pretty shapes here that should fit the hat perfectly. So I transferred that to my slicer. I know it may be hard to see, but it added a bunch of supports. And it says it will take like 4 hours to print. So while that print, I will also cut out a smaller version that's only the bottom, which I can use for measuring out where to drill in the helmet. And then I will go move the worst of the mesh away from the workshop so that I can drill out the helmet as soon as the 3D printer is done printing. This is gonna be so great! Yeah! Yeah, and obviously the template finished first because this is only like a quarter of the print size. So this fits perfectly. It's not perfectly straight, but you know what? Neither am I, so I don't care. So this is all or nothing. If this fails, I have to go to Biltema and spend 5 euros on a new hat, which is gonna ruin me. This feels illegal. I'm drilling into safety equipment, which, to be fair, when I'm done, it's probably not safety equipment anymore. It's probably gonna end up being a safety hazard. Looks good. You know what? This is a freaking success. That's not going anywhere. I think I want to go solder some electronics together while I wait for this one, not this one, but the printer to finish with the full version. And I might do some editing while I wait for the oh holy 3D printer. Yeah, see you in a while. Hello again. So the 3D printer came through and there's almost no mistakes. The mount for the PCB, I switched around between diameter and radius, so they are twice as big as they need to be. And the mount holes for the switches need a slot to position them correctly. I forgot to add that, so that's gonna be in the next print. And that'll be an next print because this is only a what do you call it? A prototype, I guess. I want to test if the things work. I want to test how long time it will run on the battery. Maybe I need to switch out the fan. I don't know, but I don't want to spend time making it pretty before I know for sure that it works as intended. So now I'm gonna assemble it using the full-size 3D print, and I'll try to mount a fan in there. And while the print was going, I did solder a USB to fan header adapter. I didn't film that for two reasons. It's relatively boring. Soldering two cables together is, kind of did that quite a lot of times on mainly on my old channel. And then I didn't want to tidy up the electronics lab. That's a mess right now. Yeah. So I need to tackle one more problem. The airflow thing. I think I have just the tool for that. Okay, just kidding. Okay, I'm still kidding. This is way more simple than I'm making it out to be. Or maybe it's not. Safety last. Whoa, that's noisy and sketchy. But there's a hole now. I mean, I could probably come up with something better, but it's good enough for the prototype. Don't eat yellow snow, kids. it might be plastic from someone drilling out a safety hat. This is in no way the prettiest hole I ever drilled. But it'll do for now. Woohoo! Now for the big finale. I haven't really thought about the cable management yet, but I guess I'm just gonna... So technically there's room inside to put the battery there, but that's a future mic to figure out. Look at that, it's not pretty. It will kinda hold itself in there. Now for the big moment. We got fan spin. This is actually pretty nice. I think I need to finish this this video with me using this one outside. Unfortunately, it's not high sun today, so maybe we'll just pretend it so. But yeah, let's go outside, as a famous musician once said. This is the so-called mysterious outside, where we have this yellow thing up there that puts out a lot of heat that we don't need. So long story short, this concept is working. It's not that hot today, I think 25, and we are about 7 o'clock in the evening, and it's clearly making my head colder, which is nice. But it's also clear to me that if this would have been 40 degrees, that would have done very, very little. So I think I need to experiment with a more powerful fan. But this clearly works. But it's also really nice in the shadow. I have a nice breeze of cold air coming down here. So maybe what I want to do is... yeah, the reason why I went with 5 volt was that the fan and the USB thing is both 5 volts. And I just know that if I convert it up and or down, it will affect the longevity of the battery. Not the longevity, but the amount of time I will be able to run on the battery. So I will most likely do a test where I figure out how long time will this one run on this battery. And then I will probably order a fan or find one in the bin that is 12 volt, yeah. And then I want to try a step up converter thing, and maybe if I get comparable hours out of that, I would really not want to add a bigger battery, because I think I can make a way to put this one inside of the thing. I probably would not be able to do that if I would probably not be able to do that if I went with a larger power bank. Could probably also make some kind of easier plug-in and plug-out system. So, but this is the part in the video where I will ask you for your advice. So, first of all, have you any ideas for how I can make this more efficient? Second of all, design. I was thinking about keeping it yellow like this, and then following the construction theme, or maybe not, but adding some kind of LED somewhere up here. Also, I could add a pair of cool steampunk glasses with some flickering lights in it and paint the whole thing bronze or something like that. That could also be cool. I could also just keep it yellow and then fill it with stickers from all the events I've been to. In general, I don't know, so come with your best advice for how I should design this thing. Now when the main construction works and needs a little bit of tweaking, I will start thinking about how I can make this pretty. And then I need to say something like click down below, follow and subscribe, and follow me for more crazy content just like this.